What's up, y'all? It's your boy Sean P back again with another edition of Hip Hop Roundtable Review. So tonight, and I've been teasing this for a while, we're gonna start our reviews. You good, man? All right. That's my homie Anderson from BLG Bootleg, aka Bootleg Gang, and my other buddy, Reese, King of the North from Torture Talk. We joined tonight to start our real first album review. So we're gonna start doing this every month, every other month or something, just to talk about the hot albums that are out and what are our top projects of the year so far. So we're gonna start it off, guys. Introduce yourselves, welcome yourselves. You've been on the platform many times, but go right ahead.
Of course, this is Ansem. Shout out to 750. Angry Fan Movement, BLG, aka Bootleg Game on Facebook groups and YouTube. To the right of me, I got the one and only
King of the North. You know what it is, man. Yeah, what I mean, Torture Talk, all that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah.
All right.
Surprises tonight.
Okay. All right. So, fellas, let's get into it. I'll just start right off. Which albums have impressed you in the last few months? Any of the latest albums? I got a couple that come to mind. Reese, I'll start with you.
All right, so I'm actually gonna put Jones on the screen so people can see for me.
All right, I could move back the banner.
No, you good, Lee. I could do it on my end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could do it on my end.
All right.
Yeah. So let me move my camera over real quick. So this album here, good
one.
So I'm gonna start with it. This album here is different for me. I'm a very big music person. Like, I like music. I don't just typically like just hip hop. Just like, I'm really big into 80s synth pop type of music.
Same here. I'm into that.
This album here really impressed me. It's probably only 2 songs I would say I really don't care for too much, but they're not bad. I just don't care for them. But the rest of the album is amazing. Sonically, this album is incredible. Like, she really did her thing on this album. I love it. This album really impressed me. There's other albums too, but I'm just gonna stick with this one for now. This one impressed me. Not the most, but this one impressed me. And then after y'all go, I got another one that impressed me too.
No doubt. Ansem, you got another project?
The M, the O, the B, the B, the D, the D, the E, the P is my D.
You like that song?
That's so fire. I saw your review. You were Sean. That's so
that
fire.
Song with all the songs.
It's so basic, but it's
my god.
Yeah.
Nah, that Mobb Deep Infinite album was a big rebound from pretty much every album after Infamy. Some people felt they fall off. Some people felt like they never will reach not the first 3, but the 3 album run. But still put out solid albums. To me, this was one of them ones. To the point where I got this as a tie for number 1.
Oh, wow.
I got this as a tie for number 1. Hearing Prodigy made me realize, like, yeah, Clips was right. Like, the generation gap is dissolving. The old niggas is still letting people know, like, yo, before we go, this is how you need to rap. Even if we got to bring back someone who passed away. What Pusha said, I'd rather rap with your spirit than these other niggas. That gave me that feeling, especially Taj Mahal, Score Points, Mr. Magic, Porter Henny.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't, let me ask you something. You said after Infamy, they really didn't have any good albums?
I wouldn't say they didn't have any good albums, but they just didn't have the albums of the infamous Hell on Earth and
that 3 albums.
Murder Music.
All right, so let me ask you.
Because some people was disappointed in Infamy because of the song they did with 112.
Are you speaking on? All right. Are you speaking on the solo project?
I'm just only speaking on the group albums. We're not including
like,
project.
You didn't like I think it's called, what is it called? America's Nightmare? You didn't like that? I think that
I was about to say
America's Nightmare was cool. It wasn't whack, but it wasn't no great album either. It was just cool.
Man, you wildin'.
Blood Money was cool. I actually like Free Agents more than those two albums.
Free Agents.
You didn't like Blood Money?
Blood Money had skips.
It did.
Yeah.
The G Unit was a little bit. The G Unit album was a little bit left to be desired.
Yeah.
And they had one more. What was the other one?
I think that was.
They had one more. They had another one after America's Nightmare. It was another one, I believe.
It was a compilation project, and then it was America's Nightmare, and then it was Free Agents.
Yeah, Free Agents
was the double album.
Yeah.
To me, that was like their dopest album since Murder Music, because I'll put that over Infamy. But this album is like right in between that 3-album run and Infamy.
Okay, so you got it before Infamy.
I got it above Infamy.
Okay, so you got it. What's your first? The Infamous?
It's either the Infamous or Hell on Earth. Always go back and forth between those two. But then it's Murder Music. Then it's this album. Then it's Infamy.
Okay,
I take that back. I'll put Free Agents, then Infamy, and then whatever after that.
All right, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, Ansem, because that is my pick as well. And we'll bring it up. Infinite, Mobb Deep. I already did my review on this already. This has grown on me. I was really impressed by this album, and it's growing fast into my top 3. We'll get to my top 3 later, but I don't really do the, posthumous albums once, artists have passed away, but I don't know where they got these Prodigy verses from, but it sounded like vintage Prodigy, and I'm talking Prodigy 95 to about 2002. You know what I mean? I was definitely impressed by this. Alchemist and Havoc killed the production. I love the single with Georgia Smith and Nas and Havoc. And if you haven't seen the video yet, check that video.
Yeah, video.
This is an impressive album. And listen, you're talking to a diehard Mobb Deep fan. Reese knows about how I love Mobb Deep, how we both love Mobb Deep growing up. And Mobb Deep at one time was my most favorite group of all time, even over Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? And it surprised me. It brought me back to that time. It brought me back to that vintage era of the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know if I would put it right after Murder Music. Murder Music to me is my favorite Mobb Deep album, believe it or not. But after that 3-album run, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back and listen to America's Nightmare. We might have to do a little back and forth battle between this and America's Nightmare now, because that's my 4th Mobb Deep project. But I got to think on that. But the Mobb Deep album Infinite, definitely check that out. Definitely did impress me.
I actually like part 2 more. That's maybe an unpopular opinion.
You talking about her? You talking about?
I actually like that one more.
The song with her. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking, I don't know why they had 2 versions on there. I guess
some remix type stuff, basically.
Yeah, maybe one. I think maybe something didn't clear, or hers verse didn't clear until late. But I actually like Georgia Smith on there, believe it or not. She's a little bit of an unknown artist. She did some work with Drake in the past or whatever. She's more international. I like both versions, by the way, but either one is good for me. But the Georgia Smith, the video version, is pretty good.
Also, keep in mind, there's rumored to be like over 100 unreleased Prodigy verses. Like they said, since Pac died, Mobb Deep was really like speeding up their song making. Like they made a lot of songs that they haven't put out. So don't be surprised if we see another Mobb Deep out within the next 2 years.
That'd be great, man. We definitely need it. So Reese, what other albums you got?
I like that impressed me. Oh, so we didn't even get to the top.
Nah, we just impressed you in the last month.
That impressed me. The Freddie Gibbs album impressed me. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I like it a lot. That album impressed me. I put it to you like this: the other albums, I don't really want to say nothing about them yet. They did more to impress me, but I'm just talking about these albums. It's kind of like I'm doing my honorable mentions now in a way. So, yeah.
Bringing up Freddie Gibbs album, and I'll get to that. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of slow. You know, Alfredo 2, we talking about. I thought it was kind of slow, but it really grew on me. And I don't think it's what Alfredo 1 was, but it impressed me as well as one of the top projects this year. I definitely got to say that. Ansem, you got another project?
Of course, I got to keep it Wu-Tang. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm going to say.
What, the Ghostface John?
That too, but I'm talking about Raekwon.
Oh, we'll save that because well, yeah, go ahead. You can talk about
Raekwon. Because that came out the same time as the Freddie Gibbs album. And I actually had those two albums going neck to neck. Because even though Alfredo 2 wasn't better than Alfredo 1, it's still bunk. But the Raekwon album actually surprised me because I expected this to be like the comeback of Ghostface out of everyone in the Wu. But I think The Emperor's New Clothes may have edged out Supreme Clientele 2 for one. Normally, when you hear a Raekwon project without RZA or any Wu-Tang producers, a lot of people find this disappointing. I like this album just as much as The Wild and Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang, where, you know, he kept the Raekwon style without the Wu producers. For those who were not a fan of Immobilarity, he stuck to that style and improved it with the albums that I'm talking about. And Emperor's New Clothes is one of them for sure. The song that the Swiss Beats produced,
I know
600 School.
That's the song with Ghostface and Meth. Oh my God, that's one of the hardest songs of the year, really.
And they had a Griselda joint on there too. I mean, he had a Griselda joint on there. That shit bump. He got my favorite song on there. Most people probably might not expect it. Is Open Doors.
I like that.
He had a new producer where it had like a more modern sound, but he kept it Wu-Tang on it.
Yeah,
I like that.
But Omerta is the crown jewel of that album. Oh my God. And did Nas kill it, even on the verse where he wasn't quote unquote dissing Jim Jones or the Phantom Jim Jones diss verse. But that's actually, you know, you guys are stealing my thunder because I'm gonna talk about that in my top albums. But I think what I like about the Raekwon album, and I said this in my review, is it has a modern feel to it. It don't feel like a typical Wu-Tang project. It has a modern energy to it. And just what I noticed about Ray is he's rapping with a lot of life and just energy on him. You know what I mean? I've never heard him that aggressive on the mic in a long time. I really think he was really, you know, rejuvenated on this project. And that's definitely a dope joint, man. But now that we're on the subject, did Supreme Clientele 2 kind of disappoint you a little bit? Like, what did you think about that one?
To me, it was a big rebound from the last album. That last album. Yeah.
But the last album,
Guns N' Roses was like,
we don't want to talk about that.
His first whack album ever. Like, when Ghost made a whack album last year. Yeah. That's crazy to say that. This, it wasn't, of course, it's nowhere near Supreme Clientele 1. It ain't even better than Fish Scale, nor the Pretty Tony album, nor Apollo Kids, but it wasn't whack.
Yeah, I could co-sign that. I agree. It's mid. It's mid to decent. I expected a little bit more, but Definitely it had some dope joints on there.
What I liked on this album was that he did some production on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ghost did some production on here. You could tell on his earlier albums, if he done any production, 9 times out of 10, it was a straight song that he's rapping over.
Yeah.
But here he cuts up samples a little bit on this one.
It's not bad.
He did have Fourth Disciple on here.
Yeah. I got one more album that I want to talk about. Since we're on there, and I'll share my screen once again.
I got one more album, but you go ahead and say
okay. And Reese, we talked about this yesterday. I actually found out about this from one of your episodes where they were debating this on the Joe Budden podcast. And I was like, Chance the Rapper, to me, just to let you know, I think is one of the most overrated rappers in history. I'm not a fan of his at all. But you know what? I listened to this album, and I'm going to get around to doing a formal review of this because I didn't review it yet. But the Starline project actually has a vibe to it. It actually reminds me, believe it or not, of like more of a mid-2000s Kanye type of vibe where he's talking about Chicago. He's talking about, you know, the hood. He's talking about like relatable topics that, you know, people can relate to, you know. And the song with Joey Badass, I was really impressed by that. I like that. That's a dope, you know, real hip hop vibe to it. He's got some smooth production on here. The song with Lil Wayne was whack to me. But outside of that, it had its moments. It's not bad, man. It's not bad. It may make my top 10. I don't know.
I thought it was cool. If I had to score it, I gave it an 8. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
I like the production, the cohesiveness of the production of the album.
Yeah.
I would say that this album does remind me of old, like younger Kanye.
Yes.
In this, it's crazy. I know they from the same city, I believe.
Yeah.
But this album reminds me of a Lupe's album.
Yeah, there you go. Tell me, you don't. This has a very Chicago vibe to it.
Yeah.
Like you feel you could hear the Chicago in it, and that's what I like.
Yeah,
a traditional Chicago rap album.
It's one of those albums that I when I listened to it 3 times.
Yeah,
and actually 4. I wanted to give it a real good shot because when you saying this is better than GNX, I had to really like.
Oh yeah, now I'm not going there. Now Joe Budden's, man, they kind of went on.
Yeah, like let me go listen to it. So.
Yeah.
What they said on the Joe Budden show that this was better than GNX.
Yes.
Yeah.
Continue.
What I don't like is what people do is they do this thing where they basically they give stipulations on why something is better. So they'll be like, if we're just talking musically, then this is better and this should be album of the year. But wait a minute, what do you mean? You have to factor in everything. You can't just say, well, let's just talk this part. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? That's like me saying, well, if we talk about stadiums, then Kendrick wins. Like, you can't do that.
That was corny.
Yeah, I hate when they do that. I hate when people do that. But it's a pretty good project. I don't like Chance the Rapper. I don't think he's trash, and I don't really have a feeling about Chance the Rapper. He's not somebody that I could be like, oh man, let me go. You know what I mean? Like he's like I'll get around to him when I get around to him type of artist to me. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much. Yeah. Because he's not whack to me neither. It's just I don't like Rush. I mean, Color and Look was really like the only project, and the songs he did with Saba. And speaking of Chicago, I gotta bring this up. Saba and No ID.
Before you continue, I want to say one more thing. He always reminds me of a poor man's version of Childish Gambino. That's just me.
2 Chainz.
Yeah. I always look at Childish Gambino. I'm like, okay, I'll just go to Childish Gambino because I think he's better than you.
That's a good comparison. I agree.
That's how I feel. But go ahead. I'm sorry, cutting you off.
But y'all mentioned Chicago from the private collection of Saba and No ID. is a slept on album this year. Saba has always been putting out dope albums, and he's from Chicago, but this is the first project where he's actually collabing with like a known producer. He always been like on his underground shit. He had a dope ass album a few years ago. He had a song called Broken Girls. He had a song with Chance that maybe one of Chance's best songs. But yeah, from the private collection, the Saba and No ID. Also, Shay Noor and the other guys, No Validation. That might be my favorite female project this year. Especially Sugar Water.
Still gotta get to that.
I thought Sahai the Prince, wasn't he supposed to drop an album this year too?
Supposedly, but I guess it's getting pushed back. Or might be holding on to it.
Yeah, I seen him in an interview. He was saying that he
was supposed to have some this year.
Yeah, I'm really sleeping. I got to get to that Shay Noir project. I've heard a lot about it. I definitely got to check that. You got another album? Was that the album you wanted to share? The Saba project? I want to check that too. I'm gonna get to one more before we get to our next topic. And you
can tell that Kanye is very influential in Chicago because you can tell that he has a little bit of Kanye in him, but you also see moments. It's weird because he's in the era where you can see the Common, the Kanye, the G Herbo, even some of the drill in him too. But he's like very soulful though.
Before we get to the last project I'm gonna talk about, who do you think is more influential rap wise in Chicago, Common or Kanye West?
Now Kanye.
The rap wise,
was like the 90s.
I'm saying overall. Overall, yeah.
Oh, Kanye West.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing too.
Kanye West. He's it's so crazy. He kind of reminds me of like 50 Cent. Like 50 Cent is so big you forget he's from New York. That's how I feel about Kanye. He's so big you forget he's from Chicago. Like
too much of a game changer, man.
Yeah.
As much as people disagree with how he acts and his controversy, he really is a top 5 hip hop artist all the time. I mean, that's another discussion for another day. But
I don't have nobody beating Kanye in the verses.
Yeah, I agree with that. Even Jay-Z.
Yeah, he's good.
Nah, I could see Jay-Z beating Kanye.
I don't know about that.
In the verses?
Kanye got stuff spanned all over. Like
I mean, you can say
I get it though.
Because what's Jay-Z gonna do? Is Jay-Z, because if Jay-Z pulls out Takeover and H to the Izzo and all that,
he got
that's his songs, like
yeah.
That's
yeah.
Same thing with Niggas in Paris. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Last project I'm gonna talk about. Hold on.
Oh, before you get the last topic.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have y'all heard Exhibit's album, Kingmaker?
I heard about this. That's another.
I'm surprised at that album. That album's not bad. The only issue is it's long, kind of like Ice Cube's last few albums were very long, but this was a good long album. Very good.
I didn't hear it yet. I didn't even know he dropped the album. I'm gonna go listen to it. I like Exhibit a lot, actually.
I'm gonna have to check that out, definitely. And the last project I'm gonna get to is, now I haven't formally gave this a rating yet. I still have to listen to like the last 3 songs, but slowly and surely, Dave East has had a really strong year because he had the project with Ransom, he had the project with Young Chris, and this is like the 3rd project he's dropped. And if anything, check out the 2nd single with Stove God Cooks. Oh my God, this song, Bogota Trunks. Yeah, I said that right. No, Bottega Trunks. That's it. So yeah, check that out, man. That song is fire, man.
Did Ransom drop the project? I heard the song with Ransom and Premier. That song is crazy, bro.
Yes, that's 31st next weekend.
I don't want to listen to that until I hear the whole project. Some people
you ain't hear that song yet?
I don't want to listen to it until I hear the whole project. Because the way I see some people react, I want to hear the whole project now.
Yeah,
I can't wait to that. And that's kind of going to be a warm up for Nas and Primo that drops in December. So I can't wait to hear that Ransom project. But yeah, definitely check out this Dave East project, Karma 4. I'm gonna give my rating probably sometime this weekend when I get around to it, because there's some other albums I gotta rate. But this is pretty good, man. And Dave East slowly has had a real strong year in 2025, and nobody's really talking about it. Like slowly and surely, I think Dave East may be the most consistent New York rapper in the last 10 years. Really, like
New York City rapper?
New York City, yeah. Okay. Let me qualify that. I'm not counting, Rochester and Buffalo and the upstate fellas, but yeah, New York City, like, I mean, since what was Kari Chanel was 2016, he's been pretty much the most consistent rapper.
Yeah, are you doing disappointed albums, or not?
We could throw that in. Yeah, we could throw that in. We could do. We got like 5 minutes before we get to our top albums. But yeah, let's throw that in. What album disappointed you?
Well, before we get to disappointed albums, there's one more album I want to bring out that slept on. Y'all heard Black Milk and Fat Ray. Y'all know the producer rapper Black Milk that's like from that Jay Dilla cloth in Detroit. He did an album with someone named Fat Ray that's called Food from the Gods.
Yeah.
That shit hard as fuck. If you're looking for that hardcore shit, that an album you want to check out as well.
Detroit, right?
Disappointed out. Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah,
but yeah, disappointed albums. Go ahead, Maurice.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna look that up too. Joey Badass album.
Thanks for bringing that up. Yes.
Joey Badass album really disappointed me because
I agree with that.
Although, and it's a controversial take, I thought Daylight won the battle. If you ask me, I thought he won. People say that Joey won. I understand because he battled Rayvon and he battled the West Coast. Let's just say that. It was a golden opportunity for Joey. I mean, he had all eyes on him. You took a shot at Kendrick, right? Whether you say you didn't or not, took a shot at Kendrick. You fumbled the bag with that album. Like, you really messed up.
You only sold like 6,000 copies. Like, you sure did.
And that just goes to show you that every battle, every shot is gonna resonate with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I think that he shouldn't have did it, but he did it anyway, and that's what you should do as an MC. But I think he should have took his time with that album and did a little more. But I think he rushed it. He put it out. It sounded like it was dated. It was a bunch of songs. It just didn't go nowhere for me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm saying in the scope of him, Joey Badass got some all right albums, actually. He got some pretty good albums.
2000 was my favorite album that year.
He got some good albums. I think the problem is with a lot of these dudes, they think it's just about rapping now. It's not much more than that. So that album disappointed me a lot. I was really let down because of that album.
I haven't heard that album, but I'm gonna check that.
That's in my take because I totally agree with you because Reese, this would have been the album he would put out anyway before the battle, before the finals, before calling out Kendrick. So you try to warm us up from January 1st that you were going to take on Kendrick and you had bars that you're going to bring New York back and all this other jazz, and this is what you put out. I got to agree. This is the most disappointing project of the year. Definitely. I think I gave it like a 6.
Let me ask you a question. What's more disappointing, that or the Rock Marcy DJ Premier project?
Rock Marcy DJ Premier was better. That was the better album, definitely.
I didn't hear that. I didn't know that. Rock Marcy.
That was more. Yeah, he did one with Primo. It wasn't like an EP. He only had like.
It was like an 8-song EP.
Yeah, but it was okay.
But when you told me that Alchemist was a cheat code, it made me go back to that because I'm like, Premier is supposed to be the cheat code, and this may have been one of Rock Marcy's worst projects.
Unpopular take. I think Alchemist now is on the level of DJ Premier. Yes.
Until the Nas album comes out, I agree.
I'm not even going to wait.
Because when I'm hearing people about this Ransom song, I'm like, is that what the Rock Marcy project should?
Well, all right, I'll put it to you like this: they at least even. I don't think that because all right, let's play it out this way. So let's say Nas and Premier drop, and let's just project it's going to be a banger, right? But what's going to happen when Alchemist comes with Alfredo 3 next year? You know what I mean? Then what? You know, we're going to keep going and going. So,
but see, you're talking about Freddie Gibbs, though. What about when Alchemist does another project with Earl Sweatshirt? Are you going to like it the same?
I actually heard the last project they did, and I'm not an Earl Sweatshirt fan, but it was pretty dope. It wasn't any misses production wise. It's just whether you want to get in a real lyrical rapidy rap mode with Earl Sweatshirt. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Now, did y'all hear about that Vince Staples Alchemist leak project that happened earlier this year? That Vince Staples didn't like because he felt like the songs weren't as great as he wanted them, so that's why he wasn't done with the project. But he thought Alchemist leaked it. Apparently, someone else leaked it. But there's like a 7-song Vince Staples Alchemist EP out there right now.
You ever seen this show?
I wanted to see the show. I just haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you talking about Vince Staples?
Yeah,
he got a show. I believe it's on HBO.
Yeah, I saw some of the episodes.
Oh, now it's on HBO?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was.
Bad. Before we get to the album, back to the Joey Badass point. Okay, overall, because they both came out around the same time, who do you think is the better New York City MC, Dave East or Joey Badass?
Joey Badass.
And as in what do you mean? Like
just
overall?
Best rapper. Who you gonna take?
Joey Badass.
I'm probably gonna go with Dave East.
Same.
The reason why is because the project after the one with Ransom, what was the
Young
one with
Chris one? The one with Young Chris.
He was with somebody else.
Yeah,
the one
with Young Chris.
Fire.
Yeah.
Ransom is the best lyricist in the game.
Yeah.
Dave East got him on a couple of songs, if you ask me.
You think so?
Yes.
You talking about that Dave East Ransom project that came out earlier?
Yeah.
Ransom watched him the whole project.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought that Dave East got a couple.
That's a strong take.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he beat him the whole album. I'm saying he got him on a couple of joints, in my opinion.
That was the one where they did the Malcolm X, when Malcolm X got assassinated.
Yeah, that was fire.
Joint.
I don't. Yes. I could see Joey Badass too, but I'm thinking like, to me, I just feel like Dave East at this point in his career, he got nowhere to go but up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he raps really well. Don't get me wrong, he raps really well. I just think I don't know. I think I don't know. I just feel him a little more than
Dave East got his lane, man. And I don't. And the thing about it is, as far as New York street, like 2010s to 2020s New York City street rappers, nobody. He's got it all to himself. Who's coming for him?
Excuse me. Go ahead. Y'all keep going. I got to turn something on.
Yeah. So, but Ansem, who's coming for him? You know what I mean? As far as that street rap, the only people you could compare are the Griselda folks, and they kind of got their own wave. I mean, Benny's kind of leveled out. That's another debate for another day. But Dave East can hang with those guys. You know what I mean?
That 38 Special supposed to be performing in Charlotte Friday. I may go to that show depending on how much I get done tomorrow. I gotta
get back into that. I got to start going to more shows. I missed Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist when they came. They came recently. I wanted to make another point about Joey Badass though, because you did bring up. You think he's better than Dave East. See, this is my problem with Joey Badass. Lyrically, I do think he has the edge over Dave East. I will admit that 100%, you know. But as far as just pure making songs and telling stories, I vibe with Dave East more. And I vibe with his albums more. I think his albums have more energy. I think they have more of that, I guess, that New York feel to it. Like that, just that New York bravado, you know what I mean?
So were the beats an issue to you on this Joey Badass project? Or you think it wasn't even just the beats?
A little, yeah. I think he tried to go too like, I don't want to say underground. That's too much of a generic term. But the beats were too mellow. All right. I'll put it to you like this: the energy he brought, not even the beats, but the energy he brought on the finals, the energy he brought on. I forget the name of that song where he did the Tupac beat, where he went at Kendrick and Rayvon and those guys. Okay. I wanted to see that. I was like, okay, now we got something, because like I get the whole 1999 vibe, and I like 1990 vibe. That's almost that's classic material, borderline classic.
Yeah,
but I want him to evolve from that, because he's got the potential to really be like a King of New York type guy. So when he came with all of those diss records, I was like, all right, finally he woke up. You know what I mean? But I heard his album and I'm like, bro, like, it's all right, but this is not what I'm looking for. You know what I mean?
I'm not surprised that Maurice said that Daylight won, because I was telling people up until Daylight had that. To me, Daylight was winning until he did that one whack ass song that he removed, where he reused some sample talking about I'm going ape shit. He was trying to pull a Not Like Us and make like a club song, and it just didn't hit.
He should have just kept it like straight lyrical.
It didn't hit at all. And then he decided to do a dedication to Steez, where people thought he was talking about Steez on the Welcome to New York City sample that he used, but then he said he was really talking about Ab-Soul.
What was I going to say about that? You know what the problem is of that battle? I think that battle went on too long. They should have just kept it at like a couple songs, but they kept going and going and going. Rayvon actually talked about this in an interview recently, and he kind of admitted the same thing. Like, it kind of dragged on too long, and I think people got tired of it after a while. But I think, like, in the end of the day, I think Joey Badass did miss on people really capitalizing off of it. And if he would have had a more cohesive, energetic project,
it would have helped a lot more. I can understand that, because he was on tour with Rhapsody. So I was like, wait, it got to be something good. But if y'all talking about the album is that bad, you're saying the Rock Marcy DJ Premier project better? Yeah, that's something.
I mean, it was okay. The Rock Marcy project was okay, but I would listen to those albums. I put it to you like this: I like Rock Marciano's swag and his lyrical. I don't want to say lyrical energy, but I vibe with Rock Marciano a little bit more lyrically than I do Joey Badass. I'll just say
one album I did hear a whole lot of like mixed reviews is JID, JID. To me, the album is cool, but it's nowhere near the first two.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. In a way, Joey Badass to me is kind of like the New York City version of JID. Cause I don't see, like, JID is nice. Don't get it twisted. Like, I like JID. Lyrically, he's dope. He's fire. But there's something missing from him to put him on a level in like a Kendrick Lamar space or a J. Cole space. You know what I mean? I don't see him as that guy as taking the game over. Even though I like his project. Okay. Don't get it twisted. I gave it a solid 8 rating. But there's something missing from JID. Reese, I don't know what you think about JID.
I think JID is cool. I think the issue is you still have J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick in the game. They still there. These guys would never surpass them dudes until they leave. It's kind of like how big Pac, Jay and Nas was. You know what I'm saying? When niggas was in the game with Jay, okay, well, there was a little more competition back then, I would say. But now they're not going to be able to catch the aura that Kendrick and Drake and J. Cole have. There's no rappers right now that can match that aura. You know what I'm saying?
But does he have any projects to match a Good Kid, Mad City? No. That's what I mean.
No, like
you didn't like the Forever Story.
I think JID is a great artist.
I like Forever Story, yeah. But it's
an artist, but no, I don't.
Yeah, but it's not. I could name 4 albums better than Kendrick albums better than the Forever Story.
But really. It's like what I'm trying to say is,
yeah,
it's a certain feel you get when you listen to certain people. I don't get that feel just because you're a good rapper. I don't get that feel from certain people.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Clips, right? Let God Sort Them Out. That's a certain feel you're not going to get.
Yeah,
you could say sonically other albums might be better, right? Whatever. But for me, it's just a feel that I just think some new artists just don't know how to capture
that he's missing.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
I'm glad we left it there because speaking of Clips, what are your top 3 albums of 2025 so far? I'm actually going to go first with this one. I'll start honorable mention. I'm going to give my 4 honorable mention top 3 and you guys can do your list, right? I'm going first Mobb Deep Infinite. And then I'd say my honorable mention, but number 3 is Raekwon Emperor's New Clothes. But Ansem, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Mobb Deep Infinite may be passing that pretty soon. The way I'm listening to that album, I don't know. It's neck and neck for my number 3. My number 2 is Alfredo 2, Freddie Gibbs, and number 1, hands down, Let God Sort Them Out, Clips. I'm going to put it right now. That is a certified classic stamp. I'm going to go so far as to say this, and this is going to come up in another debate we'll have. Let God Sort Them Out may be the best rap album of this decade so far. 5 years in the 2020s. I'm ready to go that far with that. Another debate for another day, but just keep that in mind.
Okay. Because there's no album that came out this year I put over Common and Pete Rock last year, for sure.
Well,
now as far as this year, Alchemist is MVP because he's technically in 3 out of my top 4.
Yeah, but you can go ahead and answer.
I'm not. Oh no, not 3. No, 3 of my top 5. 1, definitely Mobb Deep. Like,
okay,
I have not stopped listening to this album, and the only other album that made me listen like that was Raekwon, number 2.
Okay.
So it can really go between those 2, but as of right now, I'll say Mobb Deep, but it can switch to Raekwon. I don't know, maybe because I'm a Wu-Tang head. But if that's the case, I would have had Ghostface Killah above all of them. But nah, I got Mobb Deep 1, I got Raekwon 2, I got Clips 3, honorable mention. As of right now,
yeah.
Between the 2 Alchemist albums, I have Larry June and 2 Chainz over Freddie Gibbs. That's my 4 and 5.
That's an interesting pick. That's
2 Chainz may be 2 Chainz best rapping.
That's strong. I gotta go back and listen to that project.
Larry June gonna do the stuff he always do, but this might be 2 Chainz best rapping. And now I'm hearing that his next album is gonna be produced by Static Selector. That might be better than this.
It may be. I just want to speak on Larry June real quick. He's really underrated. He's more of a vibe rapper, more than a lyricist, but Alchemist brings another energy out of him that since he's got with Alchemist, Larry June went up a notch. And he does a lot of the vibe joints with like Cardo and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I like the Cardo joints.
Yeah, but he's underrated. But good pick on that Larry June and 2 Chainz joint. I'm gonna have to revisit that because I think it came out at a time where I was kind of waiting for other albums to come out. I didn't really give it the time it should. I'm definitely going to revisit that one.
That might have been the only good album that I was listening to a lot at that time.
I hear you. I can't put it over Alfredo 2, but we'll see. But I got to revisit that. So Reese, who you got?
All right, so I honestly thought we was doing. I don't know why I thought we was doing the Grammy picks.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
That's another. We can do that show around, but hold off now. We're gonna do that around Grammy time. We're gonna do Grammy
really
thought.
He can do it right now. To be honest, I want to see how this sounds.
Yeah, right. So it's crazy because I had to change up some shit, right?
Yeah. Cool.
So, I'm because I downloaded the picture, but I don't feel like looking for it. So I would say my number 3 pick this year out of all the albums I heard that I like the most. Man. All right, I'll put it to you like this. This is just my opinion as far as this goes. I'm gonna give Freddie Gibbs the honorable mention. Alfredo too. I was kind of disappointed because Alfredo 1 was a classic to me. It was super good.
Yeah.
But I still think it's a good album. I just think I can't put it over V to me. Again, I'm more, it's more than just rap for me. You know what I'm saying? Production wise on V, to me, it kind of landed in the number 3 for me. You know what I'm saying? I think the album is amazing.
That's a good pick. I think that's gonna make my top 10. That's probably my best female project of this year.
So
I agree.
Number 2 is Let God Sort Them Out.
Okay.
Right? To me, this album is a certified classic. Certified. I'm talking like, if we're speaking hip hop albums of the year, this is hip hop album of the year. If we're speaking album of the year, I have something over this. But to me, this album, to me, it brought me back to that time where people was rapping again. You know what I'm saying? And it just, it's kind of like how when Kendrick dropped GNX and then they dropped this, I said, I felt so good about all the other rappers that people don't pay attention to. Now that's going to kind of get some shine. You know what I'm saying? So all the people that Ansem mentioned that, like, even though they're legends, but like Ghostface, Raekwon, all of them now is going to get shine because of those 2 albums. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. Number 2. Now, my number 1 album is obviously this. Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Okay.
I think this album is beyond amazing. The production is crazy. The songs are crazy. Just how he went about it, completing the trilogy. This is my favorite album of this year. I think I listened to this album. I think I listened to GNX, this album, GNX, and the Clips album the most out of every album. I have these albums in rotation in my car. It's crazy. So I got Hurry Up Tomorrow as my number 1 album this year.
I got a question.
Now, ask some question first about this.
Because it's funny you bring up Weeknd. Weeknd is, like I said, like an in-between kind of guy. He's kind of like R&B, like pop, hip hop, trap. He's weird. He usually gets like my alternative pick of the year. So right now I got Doja Cat V, and I got Weeknd's album as my going neck and neck for my alternative hip hop pick of the year.
Yeah.
Which one do you think is the better project?
Oh, so I actually sat down with myself about this today. It's crazy you brought this up.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm gonna go with The Weeknd, because he's much more diverse.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference between him and everybody else. He's way beyond a lot of people, like way beyond a lot of people. When musically, he's gone. Like he's somewhere else. And I think a lot of people probably don't notice that yet until maybe in the future. I don't know. It's kind of like how a lot of older artists were to me. He's just different. Every song has a different feel. It's not the same. It takes you on a trip. You know what I'm saying? I think V was to me was an amazing album, but it just reminded me of the 80s. But this Weeknd album took me on a whole nother trip. It took me on a trip. You know what I'm saying? So
I like the Weeknd project, but sort of like the Larry June and 2 Chainz. It came out in the time of the year where I was kind of like not really into music like that. So I listened to it, but I really didn't listen to it.
It came out in January.
Huh? Yeah. Like it's like I don't know. Like I got to go and listen to that. But it's Weeknd. How can you not? I mean, Weeknd is probably the best artist, period, right now. Yeah. I mean, so I mean, I don't know if it's better than the Dawn. What was it? The Dawn FM? What was the one where he's an old man?
That's Dawn FM.
Yeah. I don't know if it's on. I got to go back and listen, but it's definitely dope. I think I rated it like an 8.5 out of 10 or so, but it's definitely dope. I agree with you on that.
So just to answer that, as far as like I think After Hours is the best out of the trilogy.
I was just about to ask.
Yes.
Was it better than After Hours?
Out of the trilogy. I actually watched a 3-hour documentary about all three of the albums.
Yeah.
It's crazy that all of these songs is about two girls that he was in a relationship with. All the songs, every one of them, from every song is about two girls.
Was it the actress, the Latina, was it Selena Gomez? I think
it was Bella Hadid. It was actually three girls: Bella Hadid, Selena Gomez, and it was another girl. All the albums are connected.
Wow.
And yeah, it's crazy. You gotta watch the documentary about it. And the dude breaks down every song. It's like
crazy.
It's crazy, but
yeah,
I think then I would say that it's that then it's Dawn FM for me.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's Hurry Up Tomorrow. But yeah, it's pretty good.
It's up there, yeah. Yeah, so great picks, man. So we're gonna come back. We'll probably touch base. Well, now it's October. We're probably gonna end up doing the album of the year picks probably in December when we come back. So maybe next month we'll touch base, see if anything tops the list. Cause we do got that Primo and Ransom coming out. I think somebody else is coming out. There's some other albums that are coming out until then. The De La Soul on the Mass Appeal is coming out. And the Big L album
that
on
Big L Nas song. Hard,
that's right,
boy.
Oh my God, yes. I just did a short video on that.
I didn't know how were they going to work that, but they made it work, and I'm like, okay.
Nas doing a good job, man. He's doing a good job.
All of these features, and he's got the Primo and Nas project as the main course at the end of the year. Can Nas go down as rapper of the year this year?
If he puts it out this year. But
well, there's
a lot of people saying Malice, though.
December. Well, it's going to be between him and Clips, I think. But
not even Clips, but Malice.
Wait, I'll be right back.
Yeah, we could stay on that for a minute. Well, now that we're on that topic, who do you think are the best top 3 rappers overall this year? Malice, you got as one?
Malice might be the MVP, even though he doesn't have as many features as Nas. It's like, it's good to hear someone come back and deliver that hard. Like,
what the problem
is? His verse on what was the name of that JID song? Community?
Oh, yes. That made that song, man.
That's wild.
His
verse was wild on that.
You know what it is? On a hard group project like that, I can't, as much as I want to say Malice, and I think he probably got the better of Pusha T, I can't separate the two because they're so great. It's like I can't hear one without the other now. Now, if Malice came out with a whole solo project and just killed it, I'd say, all right, you know what I mean? But it's just like, all right, well, I'm going to have to hear one verse with the other one now. So it's like, it's kind of hard for me to just say Malice alone.
Well, on that Mobb Deep album, the song, what's the name of that song? That Clips was on the third verse. They kind of went Smith and Wesson on it.
Yeah,
pretty much shared the verse back and forth.
Yeah.
I like the way they did that.
Now I'm cutting you off. What are your other 2 rappers of this year?
Other 2 rappers of this year besides Malice. Ransom been going in, man.
Ransom. Okay.
Ransom definitely been going in. Let me think. I'm gonna have to say Nas.
Oh yeah, I probably would say
I'm definitely gonna have to say Nas.
Here's my thing. Now it's a cheat code, but I say my number 1 is Malice and Pusha T. I know it's cheat code, but I can't get one without the other. You know what I mean? Then I would probably maybe have to say Nas. I might have to go with Nas as my number 2 so far, but I want to hear him put out a full project. then I don't know. I would probably have to go with maybe Raekwon. Maybe Raekwon really impressed me. But on a side note, we were on a Mobb Deep topic. Is that the best you've heard Havoc rap on one project? Like Havoc really, he matured as an MC, man. Some of his verses on it was fire.
I actually think Havoc always been fire.
Yeah.
I think the issue was that Prodigy was just much better.
Yeah.
But Havoc to me was always fire. Like
he matched him very well. He definitely matched him well on this album.
But I think on Infinite, he really shined on that.
Yeah,
like, he really impressed me.
His project is actually dope. Like the Havoc project, the solo bro John.
I listened to a couple of songs and I was like, cool, but I'm not like overly moved. But
the only Havoc projects I've heard was the Kush and the Alchemist album. The Alchemist album was better. The Kush was cool.
Alchemist, I mean, Havoc got to go down as one of the greatest producers of all time, man.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
hands down. There's no question about that. Reese, real quick, top 3 rappers so far this year, 2025.
Oh, Pusha T, Malice, and Ransom.
Got you.
Yeah.
And you know what? That might change. I say Raekwon, man. I might have to say Ransom because let me wait till his solo project with Primo comes out.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Let's do that, and then we'll revisit. Okay, last song. Last question. Any albums this year top last year's King of all albums? Kendrick Lamar, GNX. And this is a setup because we're gonna have another whole show about this versus some other albums. So don't worry about that. Just get the conversation started.
So this is what my lineup was gonna be.
Yeah.
It was gonna be Hurry Up Tomorrow, GNX, then Clips, right? That's what I would say the albums of the year. Yeah. As far as like rap albums, the only rap album I can give over this is the Clips album. The Clips album, to me, if GNX and the Clips album came out the same day, that would be a fight for me. It would be a fight. I still probably would go with the Clips. You know what I'm saying? Because typically Kendrick don't rap that way he rapped on that album. That was kind of a new type of thing for him. But it's still, to me, GNX is still a classic. I just think that the Clips, it brought me back to the times of like, it's just a different time. It just made me feel like it was a different time. Like, so
certified classic.
That's the only album I would say to me would be better than the GNX.
Ansem, what you think?
Yes. You already know. You know I was gonna say yes. Of course.
But what other albums you got this year over GNX?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I put all 5 except I have to put all 5 of the albums I said over GNX.
So you say
I mean, me personally,
yeah.
2024 was a very good year. GNX wasn't in my top 10. I gotta go back and see what my top 10 was, but GNX was my honorable mention. But 2024, probably because it had so much underground shit. That's why when you said any albums this year better than GNX, I don't think no albums this year better than Common and Pete Rock. Like, to me, that's the last album that was really worth buying.
That album was good to me, but it wasn't great. But I guess you really like the Pete Rock production on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess you can say I'm biased to that because Common is like my favorite rapper. So if you want to say I'm biased to that, cool. But I was really hoping Rock Marcy and DJ Premier was on that level, and it wasn't.
Here's my thing about. Well, I'll get back to this to the other topic, GNX. But Pete Rock to me, I don't want to call him overrated. He's great, but he's not Alchemist Primo level to me. You know, I think he gets a lot of people shoot him a lot of bail because of Illmatic and what he did for Nas with Whose World Is This and all that. I like his production. Well, I shouldn't say that. Mecca and the Soul Brother.
Yeah, because
those
he's
guys,
not out there like Alchemist though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Alchemist
you know
is a
what?
lot more out there than Pete Rock.
And I'm not
It's
gonna
like Large
lie.
Professor. Large Professor ain't no producer that's just
That's
out there
another
mess
one.
with anybody.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of the fuck shit and all the fuckery he be saying online, just shooting his mouth off like that, kind of pisses me off too. It kind of soured me.
Oh yeah, he talks his shit.
He just talks a lot. He's just a mouthy. He's like a mouthy old head. It's like, bro. I mean, you're a legendary producer, bro. It's not even necessary, but I don't know. Back to the whole GNX thing. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it even right now because I want to set that up. We got to get to this GNX versus Clips album. Yeah, we got to do that in a formal debate and break it down because I told you my stance. I think Let God Sort Him Out may be the best album of this decade so far that we're 5 years in. But GNX, man, was that might be the best moment album in hip hop. If I could make
that makes sense.
Yeah,
it definitely was a big moment album. Basically, that to me, that was his Take Care. Because Take Care was all moments. Even if you didn't like the songs, the moments like outshine the song. And that's what this album was. Because it was a whole puzzle.
Yeah, first of all,
this album was a whole West Coast puzzle.
I think Kendrick's album, first of all, that's the most fun Kendrick album. It's not a typical Kendrick album because it doesn't have a theme or a story behind it. It's just Kendrick just rapping, putting out bangers. And I like that. I just like finally Kendrick came out of his shell and did that. And it took battling Drake and Not Like Us to do it. You know, I was like, finally.
Because everybody was saying, well, you can't play Kendrick Lamar in the whip. Now Kendrick Lamar playing in the whip.
Exactly.
You move the goalposts and shit. So I get that.
I'm conflicted because it's not like, man, like God Sort Him Out just hits you a certain way, bro. It just hits so hard. But I'm conflicted. I'm gonna save it for that debate because we definitely gonna have both you guys go at it on that project. Definitely, I'll save that around the time, probably like early mid-November. We're gonna set that up. We definitely got to do that. But both are phenomenal albums. I think both on a classic level. But definitely, man, that's a good debate. That's a very good debate, man.
As far as GNX goes, for me, it's just another how would I say? It's just another diamond in Kendrick's crown, I guess.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like the man catalog is just damn near bulletproof at this point. Like I know a lot of people to me give Mr. Morale a slack. That album is so fire to me. I actually got Mr. Morale over GNX, if you ask me. GNX is still classic to me. But Mr. Morale was just was an experience.
You know and didn't you like Mr. Morale, right? You were Mr. Morale and Big Steppers fan?
I liked it when it first came out, but the more I listened to it, the more it kind of tired me. But I respect the creativity.
I'll put it to you like this, and I understand when people say that about the album. Some Kendrick albums are just an experience. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. These albums to me are like albums that it's gonna sound crazy, but these albums to me, some of them albums could be in a museum. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Like, you know damn. If I was talking to D Double before the issues, and he was talking about he doesn't think none of the big three has one album better than T.I.'s best album. And I said I could name an album that's not even a top 2 Kendrick album. Damn. Like we went back and forth. He put between Damn and Urban Legend.
Thank God he didn't come on the podcast.
This is just me. People don't understand this. To Pimp a Butterfly, I just can't. If you want to argue, we could argue all day. He can argue all day, but that album to me is like one of the greatest albums ever created.
Mine is Good Kid, Mad City.
And that's another one.
But yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly, I bought that album. Like
Good Kid, Mad
City. I downloaded it and bought it. I remember I downloaded it and bought it 2 days later. Like that's like the last album that made me do that. Download it, was like, this is so far, I'm gonna buy it.
You know, album I like a lot too, that a lot of people slept on, the Black Panther soundtrack.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's with All of the Stars, right?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Album is fire, man.
He had bangers on there.
That's a good album, man. I was like, God damn. I went back and listened to it the other day. I didn't realize that it's a lot of stuff on there. Like, but
what you think of Untitled Unmastered?
I love it.
I didn't like that. I did not like that.
The joint that was CeeLo is my shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm in the minority, but I'm never a fan of that EP.
If the black man, if the white man said, like, yeah, he performed that on Saturday Night. I believe it was Saturday Night Live. He performed song off of Untitled Unmastered. Yeah, that joint, the Indian joint.
You know what I think it is about GNX? I think people don't give it its proper respect because Kendrick Lamar's catalog is so great. You know what I mean? So they like, oh, it's just another Kendrick Lamar album, and they more put it on. Oh, that's just because
that album actually got a 9.6. That's his highest rated album. That got
on Metacritic or what?
On Metacritic, it's a 9.6.
Well, I can't put it over Good Kid, Mad City, but it is my favorite Kendrick Lamar album. I put it to you like this. This is kind of how I look at like Let God Sort Them Out in GNX. For years, I specifically remember the year because I went away to school this year. I went away to college, first year in college. I remember Jay-Z Hard Knock Life Volume 2 came out and Aquemini came out on the same day. And I remember Aquemini got 5 mics. And I was saying to myself, how did that get 5 mics over Hard Knock Life Volume 2? Because Hard Knock Life Volume 2 may be my favorite Jay-Z album and maybe one of my favorite favorite albums, period, all time.
It's just definitely my favorite Jay-Z album from those volumes. Like Hard Knock Life was the best between 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, yes. So, but it's not, but people look at it now because Jay-Z's, from Blueprint to Reasonable Doubt is so great. They overlook that album, and I almost look at Let God Sort Them Out kind of like Aquemini, where some people may not appreciate it right away because it's more real hip hop. But in the end of the day, Aquemini is a better album and aged better than Hard Knock Life Volume 2. Aquemini is a certified classic, bro. That's
a great album.
That arguably, Aquemini might be right. I say maybe Outkast second best. I don't know. Southern Playalistics is it though.
The thing,
right. It is the second best album.
The thing with DNX, that I think a lot of people, I guess I could say it like this: as far as like when you compare him to his other albums, I look at it from the standpoint of like, even if you say this is his worst album, there's one thing that Kendrick did that I think a lot of artists are scared to do, is he didn't put none of those songs that he battled Drake with on that album.
That's the truth.
He didn't put none of them. It's like he continued on after Not Like Us. That is very hard to do. To continue on after one of the biggest songs of all time, then go into the next song, Luther and Squabble Up and TV Off and all them joints, and they become successful. Another thing too, I think a lot of people, they don't, and this is just my opinion, I think a lot of people kind of like, I ain't gonna say hating on Kendrick, but they're not used to Kendrick doing that type of music. Let's just say that.
I agree there.
You know what I'm saying? And this is why I think a lot of people, you get tired of songs like that. If you go back to Kendrick's old songs, you won't get tired of them because number one, they grow on you. They get on these songs here. You hear them too much. I mean, except for Not Like Us. Not Like Us, I can listen to that every day.
It's like, you know what it is? It's like the whole GNX, basically, they had Not Like Us, and GNX took on the whole vibe of Not Like Us. The whole album.
Yeah.
That vibe and just carried it on for 16.
That's the vibe.
But you would know also Kendrick did, which I think some battle rappers thought Drake was going to do, because Drake is the one that used to go to all the battle rap events. But Kendrick was also the one that was giving shout out to battle rappers too.
Yeah.
Kendrick used a lot of battle rap tactics in this, from the Drake battle onto this GNX album.
That's true. That is true, yo.
Going up your rank, knowing you a god, even when you say you ain't.
It's battle rap type bars. You're right about that.
Your feelings out the way. Never let them put smut up on your name. Keep your head down and work like I do, but understand everybody ain't gonna like you. Like,
oh my God.
I hear that song because he's telling Drake straight up, like, bro, if they say they love
Black Noah, I just strangled me a goat. Hey now, joint, that was my joint. And that was when I think DJ Mustard, when he said he originally made the Hey Now beat before they added extra production, he wanted to make a West Coast version of Grinding. But then, you know, the two other producers that was on that song added more production on there.
Yeah, Jack Antonoff, he did his thing on that, bro. On that album, Jack Antonoff, he did his thing, bro. That's Taylor Swift's producer.
Which is hilarious because he also produced that 616 in LA. That beat is all him.
I didn't know that.
He did that beat.
Swift producer made that song.
That's why he was tactical with this shit. He said, you brought up Taylor Swift, I'm gonna get Taylor Swift's producer do some hard shit. Like that was crazy.
Wild.
Jack Antonoff,
Oh man. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me tonight. Definitely check out Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You guys go ahead, plug your channels, definitely.
Torture Talk, you know what it is, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Go Torture Talk After Hours also too. You already know all that good stuff.
BLG, aka Bootleg Gang, on Facebook groups and YouTube. Once again, shout out to 750 Angry Fan 007. Also join Angry Fan 007 with all the battle rap news. What up, Caps?
All right. So with that, we will be back with some new content next couple of days. And everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. All right. Peace.
Who's about to play 21